After 7 best-selling novels and 8 hit movies, we all know how the Harry Potter saga ended. Harry married Ron's sister Ginny, and then Ron married Hermione. But now the creator says that was probably a mistake. Charlie D'Agata is in London with a revelation that's shaking up the Muggle world. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning to you, Gail, Charlie, and Nora. This revelation has caused a backlash among Harry Potter disciples. There's been shock and confusion by fans who insist they know the characters better than J.K. Rowling herself. So why the change of heart? Maybe it was seeing them move from her mind's eye to the big screen.
It was a happy ending. Good triumphed over evil and all that.
Back? Yeah.
And in the epilogue, we see Ron and Hermione with a family of their own. But this is the romance many Potter fans had wished for. Turns out they weren't alone. J.K. Rowling has admitted maybe she got it wrong. Hermione should have hooked up with Harry after all. She told actress Emma Watson, this month's guest editor for Wonderland magazine, for reasons that have very little to do with literature and far more to do with me clinging to the plot as I first imagined it, Hermione ended up with Ron. What? Any other author may have gotten away with that, but it's caused what's been termed a storm in a sorting hat, tearing open the whole she should have married Harry debate, which had been as dead and buried as Dumbledore. New York Times book critic Pamela Paul said any Muggles knows you can't mess like that with Potter fans.
I got it back! This really shows that characters they don't just belong to the author, that really characters live on in readers' minds and take on their own life. And so in a way, it's interesting, readers feel like they own Ron and Hermione.
But they don't, or at least they didn't. In 2012, Rowling appeared on CBS This Morning and talked about writing The Casual Vacancy, her first novel outside the Potterverse.
I was relishing having a private world in my head again that no one knew about. That was fun. It was wonderful.
Chapter 1.
The author knew there'd be a backlash from her recent admission, saying she could hear the rage and fury already and hoped she wasn't breaking people's hearts.
It's interesting to see these very grown-up readers, often esteemed literary critics, being distraught over the fact that this neat ending has now been kind of opened up again and unraveled.
And speaking of opening up and unraveling, J.K. Rowling said Ron and Hermione's marriage might have worked, but they would have eventually needed relationship counseling. There's no magic spell for that one. Charlie, Nora, Gail?
So the Harry Potter saga continues.
Yeah.